We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing.
Welcome to GABbin.
Gabbing
With Gracie
and Heather.
We are going to jump right back into talking about season 3 of the Gilded Age, and we are talking about the wardrobe of Peggy. This is part 2, so if you haven't listened to part 1, go back and listen to the episode that dropped last week. Enjoy.
Yeah, they had Peggy on wearing a lot of dark colors before.
Well, because she was like in mourning.
Yes.
Okay.
And she was more like in worker mode. Where this season we're seeing more of that like black excellence.
She's alive.
They're enjoying their wealth and everything.
Yes. The other part of that was when they went on a date and he took her to a baseball game.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
loved that. It was black joy. They were having a good time.
It was wonderful.
Until fortunately.
Why you
gotta bring him up? Why you gotta bring him up?
That train station scene, honey.
That's the scene where he popped back up. Was at the baseball game. It was like, where the hell is this?
Are you really going to hands on this man in this train station?
You
have lost your mind.
He's
married.
You are married.
Who do you think you are? You ain't got no claim to this woman.
None.
Okay? His daughter was at the baseball game with him.
Yes.
What is wrong with him?
What is
wrong with him? And Kirkland just handled it so classy.
Yeah. And Peggy was so embarrassed. She's like, oh, God.
She's like, I guess I gotta tell him.
I know. She wants to be a private person. No, you cannot be a
not
private
anymore.
person right now.
But he was great because he was like, we can talk when you get back. Like, don't worry about it.
She wanted to tell him.
She did. You could see it. She tried to, actually.
He was
like, it doesn't matter.
He
said, whatever it is, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
he wasn't thinking it was going to be something like that.
That was
he didn't think his mama was going to start.
I don't know why he didn't. You know who your mama is. You know she was going to dig and dig and dig until she found
He was in denial.
And that's why I like telling the story. The way she told the story, too, was
I got put too much joy out of it.
Yes.
Like
I said, you are a terrible person.
Yes. She even said, like, I think that she was married, and, like, she completely forgot that part when she was
friend was
everyone.
very much enjoying it, too, at the end. When she got up and left right away.
Yes.
I'm like, wait a second, but aren't you
doing something?
Wait, but isn't she in Newport? Like, wasn't she very far away?
That's true.
Wasn't she far away?
I always would ask that question. Wait, how long did it take you to get from point A to point B?
Because she was out. She was
and how long did it take to go from the whatever castle in England for y'all to show up in New York? Like, how many weeks was that?
You know, we didn't look that up.
Pretty quickly.
Well, you know,
I know that took a long time.
We had this conversation before. I read a book called The American Heiress that actually is it talks about this. It talks about this woman who she gets married and then it turns out that her husband is gay and he ends up leaving her and she ends up having to go to Newport, and then even in Newport they were like shunning her and everything, so she goes to Europe. So anyway, it's actually a very good book. It's very sad.
Go hide out over there.
Crazy
I got in Oxford.
So anyways, in the book it takes her a month.
Okay.
To cross the ocean. Have the time.
Steamboats, right?
Yeah.
Steamboat? No.
Isn't it?
Steamboat.
No?
No, not steamboat.
What kind of boat is it?
They had steamboats in the 1800s.
No, I'm saying, but to go from England to...
I don't know, but apparently it was
How did they get?
I thought steamboats would be more for rivers, but what the hell do I know? They exist for everyone and everywhere.
I don't know.
No, excuse my ignorance.
We don't know where. Let me go to
nautical transportation.
How did they get there? Okay? It feels like when Gladys left New York and when she got there, she probably got pregnant on the way there. Because that had to have been a long voyage.
It's a long voyage.
Well, she said that the doctor said to wait 4 months.
4 months.
And it was 4 months the night of the ball.
So they were time jumping, for sure.
Yeah, they were.
So
all the more reason it should have been 10 episodes
if
and not
it's a month.
I agree.
They get married. It takes a month to get there. They're in England for however many months, and then it takes them another month to get back.
We don't know how many months.
1 month?
That's
In
my
England.
understanding, that it took about a month. But who's got the time for that? Rich folk.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
yes, they have nothing to do.
Exactly.
When we were talking about the clothing, I was thinking about Miss O'Brien. I loved her. Bertha's sister.
I love
How
her. What a
Bertha
great
was talking
storyline.
about, like, 4 to 6 weeks? Okay.
Steam engines.
Yeah.
There you go.
Steamboat.
There you
There we
go.
go.
Steamboat.
See, you were not wrong, Grace.
No,
I take
that's
back
the
my
same.
laughing.
But Bertha was talking about how often she changes.
Oh my God.
And that
I
actually
wanna
reminds
have
me of
that
Dallas,
many
too,
outfit
with Mary.
changes.
Yes.
I'd
Yes.
like to have that many outfit changes.
How big were their
I know, how
I
closets?
play the Powerball, y'all.
That's another question I have.
They probably had whole rooms that were their
Right?
Yeah, for sure. Whole rooms.
That's where walk-in closets come from?
Probably.
That's a lot of dresses.
It's probably one-time use and that's it.
Yeah.
You cannot be seen
'Cause
wearing
I
the
will
same thing
say-
again.
I have a dress from 2 years ago that nobody will remember.
Yes, she did say that.
Ah.
And it's like she's the only character, because there are some characters I've seen repeat dresses. I've seen
Yes. Marion.
I've seen Marion repeat dresses. I've seen Mrs. Van Rhijn and Ada repeat
they're more
dresses.
But they're,
practical.
yeah, I think
Because they're
It
old money.
reminds me of
Yeah.
They're old
how
money.
with the royal
Yes.
family.
and also
like,
Marion's
it's
on
a-
an allowance.
It's
So
yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
the
But
allowance.
Bertha don't repeat dresses, honey.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
she
big
don't.
deal for like Kate Middleton to repeat something.
Yes.
Like she has to have it altered
Yes.
in order to repeat
What?
it. And they make a big deal about how amazing and sustainable she's being by
she
altering
dyed her
it.
hair blonde, y'all.
That's so
She dyed her hair
wasteful.
blonde.
I don't mean that to be bitchy towards Kate Middleton, but like it's like a
The way you
a rich
spat
royal
into the
people
microphone.
thing.
Yes.
So
yes.
wasteful.
It really is. Like even a coat.
Back
Like,
in the day, we had 2 dresses.
Hello.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, it's people
and that's
that
what
now where like
Mr.
people
Brian
don't be
said.
wanting to like post on Instagram if they're wearing something that they posted on Instagram.
Oh, come
before.
on now.
I've seen and heard people do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh well, no, I can't wear that to this event because I already posted wearing this outfit, and it's like, y'all,
It's not that
Come
serious.
on.
We do not care.
No.
We don't care,
Like if
celebrities.
you're
We
gonna-
don't care.
Yeah, if you're gonna buy
We
like
want
an awesome
you to
dress.
wear a dress and have Saturday
wear
pants.
it.
Wear the same
If
Saturday
Michelle
pants.
Obama can rewear clothes, so can you.
Well, they,
Yes.
can, they can give it a charity if they want.
Or yes.
Be
But they
useful
don't. Well, I
with
think
your waist.
sometimes they auction it off.
Of course they would.
The sister.
She was a riot. She was shouting people out.
She's
What
from
what have I seen her in?
Severance.
Thank you
Yeah.
from Severance. I was trying
Yes.
to figure out what she was from
Severance.
the whole
She's
time.
also in this random movie that's not great. But like,
What's it called?
I forget what it's called, but I think Matt Smith is in it, and he
Without
plays
alcohol.
like Charles Manson or something.
Oh, whoa.
It's like a Charles Manson one. She plays like a social worker that goes to try to talk to the women in his like cults when they're in prison.
Oh.
Okay.
But like that's what I always think about her from.
Who was she in Severance?
she
was
plays the wife
wife.
of Dylan.
That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
'cause the whole time I was like, I
Yeah.
loved you in something. What about love you
Yeah.
in? Is that?
Yeah.
I love that.
I would love to hear like
What's the
what
documentary
they
that you-
said, like what your
It's a
what your
PBS.
students were
It's a
saying.
PBS documentary on that time in U.S. history, and so they have a lot of
Do you know what it's called?
economic
I saw it.
professors,
I think I saw that too.
historians. Yeah,
I think we
yeah.
watched it on
It's like
YouTube.
an hour
Yeah.
plus long. Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to watch
Fascinating.
that.
It's called The Gilded Age.
Oh,
on PBS.
okay. The Gilded Age PBS.
And I'm teaching career counseling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I always start with the history of work in the U.S. And so we talk about free labor, and then we talk about the shift with migration and the impact that had on cities and how people worked. How people work 12-hour days, how people, like the
How we got
workers'
from 12 to the 8
movements and all of that.
888 from last season.
888. Yes.
Which that storyline was based off of Andrew Carnegie or Carnegie, depending on how you say it.
Depending on where you're
Carnegie.
from.
But yeah, so that whole storyline from last season was based off of him.
Okay. I found the storyline, kind of like the very tiny storyline, but very interesting, with bringing in the supernatural and the afterlife with Ada.
Oh yes.
With
Yes.
Ada and that woman
Spiritualism.
being,
Yeah, and That came
which
up
was
after
huge, which
the
is
Civil War.
which was
Yeah.
that was really beyond the pale then.
Yes.
This Christian society.
Yeah.
So she was what did Agnes said? He brought this charlatan into my house. She was opening her. I was hollering.
Let this out.
That scene was so funny.
That was-
She could have got some stage.
Look,
She would have staged it. She was like,
I want her to get some awards for her role.
because she's incredible.
She
a
is
legend.
just
She's
so
intense.
good.
The way she delivers stuff is crazy. It was a very small moment. I'm taking a sidebar, but when Larry and Marianne announced their engagement, and Ada's like, "Oh my goodness, could you be any happier for them?" And she was like, "Not possibly."
Not
She had so many one-liners.
When Mrs. Fish was talking about how they were written about in
Yes.
the book,
Yes.
she was like, "Can you believe that? Isn't it horrible?"
And then she was like,
Well, it is. I forget that line. She has so many
she confirmed
zingers.
it. Yeah.
She has
She is
so many
giving the
zingers.
Dowager Countess.
She
Yes.
is the dowager countess.
Yes.
A run for
Maggie
her money.
But the spiritualism thing,
Oh, yes.
and how she was getting ripped
She
off.
was getting ripped
That
off
was-
like
that
hell.
was
I knew it from the first
heartbreaking.
scene.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I was
like anybody could have said that, girl.
Yeah, like they
Anybody could
obviously
say that.
looked in the
Mrs.
the
Bauer,
paper.
shame on you. You didn't.
She
Well,
didn't
but
know
Mrs.
that.
Bauer goes to her.
Because Mrs. Bauer, I mean, think about it.
I like
Mrs. Bauer
she
is a little
came back-
gullible too. Pumpkin.
She is.
She was sweet. I love me some Mrs. Bauer, but I can see how she got ripped off by her.
I felt so horrible. She was like, I just miss
Well,
him.
thank
I just miss
goodness.
him.
They-
And what a
there was
great
that
moment
type of-
between
Yes.
the sisters in
Yes.
that moment.
Yes,
Like you
yes.
saw, like no matter what,
She was
it's like
there.
it's like it's that thing of being family. Like I can mess with you as much as I want to.
Yeah.
Somebody else messing with you?
Yes.
I got
Absolutely
you.
not.
Yes.
I got you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
And
They
Agnes
have-
has always
yeah.
been that for her.
They had those beautiful moments, like when Luke died last season.
Yeah.
And she just like embraced her.
I mean, Agnes recognizes that Ada is who she is. Agnes herself never married for love.
Yes.
Ooh,
And so
which was
this is-
talked
Yes.
about.
Yes.
Yes.
And so she
Yes.
sees that
You want
this
that
is
for
different.
Marianne?
This
Yes.
yes.
See, when Marion
yes,
said I could be a
yes.
spinster.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my God.
yes.
Oh,
and poor
That was
Ada.
one where I was cried.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
me
one.
too.
I was like,
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
And
my
the way
God.
Ada, you saw it like
Yes.
just shift
Shift.
something in her
Yes.
heart.
Is
You
that
don't.
the
You have
first
no idea
time
what you're talking
we've
about. I
seen
was like,
her
ooh.
clap back like that.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
To Marion,
To
yes.
Marion.
Yes.
I mean, she clapped back at
Yes.
Agnes before,
Yeah, but that's like their.
that's
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but no, that was
But
that was a
and I
deep.
think,
That was
yes,
deep. That was
yeah,
deep.
that, and it wasn't because she was like, I can't believe, like, but, like I think it's just like you need to understand,
Yeah,
and so
you
let me
know.
put you on.
Yes.
And
Because
she
I
even
think
says like, you shouldn't understand this, but
Yeah.
like, I need to tell you this is why you can't think that way.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And just to see, to bring it back to the spiritualism thing, like to see it give Ada hope in
Yes.
that after the first session,
Yes.
and she came back like,
She came
I
back.
think I'm gonna stop wearing black for a little
Yes.
bit. But we as viewers
Yes.
knew that she was being taken for
Yes.
right, and it was just like,
Yes.
oh my God, like
Yes.
I was hoping that would have been enough, and she
Yeah.
would have been content, and then she went
she went
back. And
She
I was
wanted
like,
more
you get
connection.
addicted
But
to
that's
that, I
why,
think.
Yeah.
that's why it was
Connection.
like
I wanna talk to
good
you.
that
Yes.
they had the typo where they said Luca instead of Luke.
yeah.
Yep. My heart
Little side
just
story.
broke.
It was
for
devastating.
Ada. It was devastating, and just like, and then I feel like I saw her go back to wearing black.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, I noticed that. I
Yeah.
was like, no, Ada, still wear colors.
Yeah.
He would want you to.
Yeah, like he would want
Yeah.
her to be happy.
Yeah.
Like,
Be
he was
happy
such a
and
good
to live.
person.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe now that she's taking her seat at the head of the table next season, maybe we'll see her
she'll
start
be
to get out
happier.
of black a little
She
bit.
dropped
Yeah.
the whole pledge thing.
Yeah,
She did.
I think that.
Too many people were like, so I heard like that's actually they got it wrong because like it would more like people want to push back on her like that because it was such a popular movement.
They couldn't employer
Yeah.
could make you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Make
the
But they also said they got it wrong in that more middle class religious women were pushing for the
Yeah.
pledge than like the elite women wanted their wine. They weren't really
course
thinking
they
about
did.
that. Yeah.
Are you
and they
kidding me?
weren't necessarily exposed to violent situations as much as
Right.
like, the middle
But
and
Ada
lower
was
income
different.
would.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
I think too
Yeah.
many people
Yeah.
clapped back on her about how like Luke handed out wine.
Yes, he liked his little glass of wine.
And he was a man of the cloth.
Like why why this thing to honor him?
Yes.
Why you choosing this?
Yes.
She's like, I just want him to be proud of me.
She was just looking for something.
She was.
Like, raise some money for the church.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, raise
and
money for the
every
church.
time
Oh,
Agnes
you
had something to
signed
say
the
about it, it was sent me into stitches.
Oh my
She was
God.
like, you and this temperance movement.
Oh my God.
And when she had the meeting at the house,
Oh, that was too much.
it was so funny.
The other meeting was the suffrage movement,
Which
right?
Yes, that was very
I
good.
loved that they did that, and the symbolism, and like I mean the imagination here takes us to imagine the possibility that could have happened, but I don't think it would have, right? Like that black women would have been in this house, talking about this stuff, but I love that
and
they
black
took
and white
it there,
women
right?
together doing this. I was like, that's
Well,
Yes.
they even said, like, with Peggy being her secretary,
Yes.
like, that would not have happened.
oh, for
Yes,
sure.
that would not have happened.
So, yeah, they definitely push it with the Agnes's
Yes.
acceptance.
Yes.
They do a little aspirational.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
And that's why even, like, Mr. Scott, like, likes to shout her out about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and I love that scene though, where when Peggy was sick, and they came to see her, and how like he's like so like his pride, right? The way he spoke to her, like you should know, you should have known better.
Like, you're an intelligent person.
Like, come
you
on,
know,
yeah.
you know
Like, I was
know
like,
how that works.
I was like, I want to know this man's story because
Me
how
too.
he stands, right?
I hope we get into a little more of his story, his background, or something in next season or something, because he is.
Yeah, he's fascinating.
He
Other
deserves
than
it.
what
He's
he did
fascinating.
to Peggy, like, mad respect for him. But, like, I'm so mad about what he's
No,
done.
yeah,
I'm so mad.
yeah.
I'm so mad.
But, yeah, like, his story has to be amazing.
Yeah.
It was also
Yeah.
interesting, like, how he was like, we're going through the main door, and, like, his wife was like, no,
Yes.
the servant.
That's why I was like, he's got pride, right?
He's
Like,
no,
he's
we've been.
I'm
Our
not-
daughter works here. We've been
been
asked
invited.
to come here. We've been invited. We are walking through the front door.
Yes.
That's huge back then. Enormous. Oh my God! And I knew, as we're talking about that doctor scene, like before they, got the black doctor, called the parents and everything. I knew from the moment they said call Doctor whoever that man was.
Oh, he
I was
sucked
like,
so bad.
I was like, he's not gonna treat her. I knew it before we even got to that. I was like, he's gonna take one look, see she black.
He
and
ran
leave.
up
and
and
that's
ran
exactly
down.
what
Yep.
ran down.
But then the full circle with George.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
I did not.
I got so excited. I'm gonna knock stuff over.
I did not like when he came in and was being very.
I know.
But I feel like
had to
Dr.
give him props.
Kirkland did it probably better than he would have, because
he
he was
did.
impressed.
Literally said, like, oh, he saved your life.
He saved your life. Yes.
But, like, George makes such a good point where he was like, you were super brave because if you wouldn't have been able to save me, it would have been really bad for you.
Yes.
He would have been persecuted. He said the word persecuted.
They would
He would have been
If this
persecuted.
prominent, extremely rich businessman died at the hands of a black doctor, they would lynch him and came for your whole family.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was right. I was like, it just put a shudder up my spine when he said
I was like, would I have done it?
Most people
and
probably
it just
wouldn't.
lets you know he just really that he jumped into action.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a thought or a question. Like, and I also give it to Bertha. Like, it just it wasn't a.
Yes.
It was just when she said, "What do I care? Like, save my husband's life."
Yes.
It just goes to show you, like, all this is ridiculous. It doesn't matter in the face of life and death.
Yes. Yes.
None of it. This is all stupid.
We all
Yes.
bleed red.
Yes.
Yes.
I was curious how much money he gave him. What was that check?
I did too, girl. I said, I think
I
this is
feel
going to
like
get some generational wealth.
Exactly, but I also
The way he
feel
looked at it, I was like, "Oh, so you in
the
Jack's
way
shoes now?"
the
Look.
way he talked to Mr. Scott made me feel like as if he was also saying like, I'm so set right now to take care of your daughter, and it was because of that money.
Because of that, 100%. Because it had me wondering. I'm like, oh, are you now the richest black man in?
I wondered.
He might be.
Because he could easily do like how Jack and Larry got $600,000. Like he could easily write
that
for
check.
$300,000
Yeah.
or $600,000.
And I remember Googling that,
he got
like
the
how
copper.
much was $600,000
Girl,
movie
it's
now?
$9.8 million. We looked it up.
I was like, Jack,
I did.
you was trying to keep your job, but I appreciated that.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into that.
Two things, because one,
I loved that about
he's
him.
on to the next thing. He wants to know about women.
He's just an inventor, right? He wasn't doing it for money. He was just curious.
Yes.
And he
I
has
love
so much
his mind.
humility. I was like,
So much
oh.
But
humility.
then also, like, how he talks about, like, this is the only family I've
This
ever
is
known.
his
That's why
family.
it was more
We
about
learned.
that.
Yeah, we
This
learned
is his
last season
family.
about his
It was more about that.
backstory, about
Yes.
his mother dying.
In the
Yeah.
fire. Yes.
It was less about.
Yeah.
It was way
You
more
know
about
his
that.
brother's
I
gonna
don't want to leave my
come out of the
family.
woodwork.
Oh my God! When
Oh,
Agnes
100%.
found out how much money.
That girl wasn't hilarious. I don't think we've seen her be that worked up all 3 seasons. I sat up in my chair. She screamed at the top.
I feel like was it like 3 episodes? She kept asking, "Can we find out how much money he got?"
No, Ada was like, "Why do you need to know?" Because we do.
Did you guys notice Bannister when Armstrong and Bannister found out? He like literally like threw his book down and was like,
Yeah.
"We have a speechless."
Speechless.
But Armstrong, man, she's consistent.
She's consistent, honey. If she's nothing, it's not
said,
consistent.
"Oh, I'm sure you're gonna enjoy telling me."
Right. Speaking of Bannister, there was a moment where he would I'm trying to remember what it was, but I could not stop looking at him in the background, cracking up. He was so entertained.
They were having like lunch or tea or something, and Larry kept talking to Jack while he's trying to serve the tea. Was it that scene?
No, it was something else. Because he was listening, and he was just so entertained. I'm like, oh my God, now I can't remember what it was, but he was just back there like having a blast.
With the 3 of us had discussed The Residence. Have you seen that?
Oh,
I haven't seen it
yes.
yet
It's so
on
good.
Netflix.
Yes.
It's on my list, and I heard it didn't get renewed. And
Yeah, it needed to. It needed to.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
really
it was
needed
nominated
to.
for an Emmy.
Pissed me off that y'all did that Netflix.
We went off about that. But one of the things that came up was like the house and how like they don't hear, they don't see anything. Bannister was hearing and seeing things.
and then across the street, homegirl that was selling it to the paper.
Oh yes,
I mean,
ladies,
and they were giving her like $1,000 per story or something. $40.
That's a lot of money.
The way they
I would have done that too.
was brilliant.
It was. But I
like
couldn't be mad at her. I'm like, look.
Okay.
Oh, it's so funny.
Would I have done
She
that?
said money is money.
Think, she's
So,
like,
it's money.
The story was about like having when Gladys becomes the Duchess, they're gonna embroider her name in gold thread. That was a true thing. That supposedly her mother did leak that.
Her mother.
Yeah.
Of course she did.
Wow.
So that was like touching on historical stuff too.
Wow.
I think the gossip in the newspaper also is what got to George.
Yeah.
And he thought that Bertha was going to take care of it.
Yes.
Actually, he
Well, I
thought
think
Bertha
Bertha
was the one that was
behind
responsible,
it.
and Larry too.
Because they're like, we know you. This is your MO.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I feel like she didn't defend herself enough.
She didn't.
She just
And
went to
then,
the
like,
household and was like, take care of this.
Because she liked being the buzz. She liked being like out there, her name being talked about.
Yeah.
Because it does help. But then when she did find out, he was like, oh, I figured it was her.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you say anything?
Right.
Oh,
right.
that actually takes me off. I'm like, get off your high horse.
I was over him by then.
Who?
George.
Oh.
I am so angry with him because we touched on it a little bit. Just, you feel like you didn't do enough to stop the wedding with Gladys.
He could have stopped
and,
it.
and you could have. You actually had a few opportunities to stop it. And every time, exactly, you promised her. So you are that guilt is eating at you.
Yeah.
And then you're taking it out on Bertha. Yes, I know Bertha was tripping, but you
also know Bertha.
You also know Bertha.
He does know.
And you're not taking any accountability for this yourself.
Yeah.
And you should be, because you actually could have stopped it.
Yeah.
You could have.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you punishing Bertha and then turning around and telling Larry, go talk to your woman. And there'll be misunderstandings and things you're going to have to work out. I was like, do you hear yourself?
Yeah.
I agree.
But we're really good at giving other people advice and then not following it.
Right.
And we're also really good at not liking things in other people that we don't like about ourselves.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes, the shadow.
Very. And I felt like he I thought it was really fucked up how he kind of misled her at the ball.
Oh,
that really set me off.
That's I was like,
I was confused.
That's cruel.
Before he left.
It is.
That's
At
cruel.
the end
and
of the
we haven't
season
seen him be
ball.
cruel.
Oh, yes.
So we haven't heard. We've seen him be cruel in business. We've never seen him be cruel to Bertha, and I thought that was cruel.
Yeah, he
that
did.
Next
He
day.
did.
So
He did.
now he's being ruthless and cruel with his family for his business.
In the ways that she was.
Yeah.
That he felt like she was.
Confused now because of the ball scene.
Because of the ball
Like,
scene.
is there double meaning to everything that you said?
Well, okay, so George has a lot of grandiosity, right? Because even where we started the season was his like grandiose plan to connect this whole entire railroad that had never been done. Like that was crazy, and it was a lot of money, and he put his whole family's wealth at risk
on the line.
all of it. So he has big ego. So I do think that George does
complex.
the whole, like in front of society, he does play a role that is different behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. So I think we saw that like he saw how her not getting married would have affected them. Mm-hmm. So I think at the end he wasn't for it, but he was for the show. Mm-hmm. Because it would have shattered their image in society if they didn't do it.
But at the ball, remember at the end he's telling Bertha, like, you know, he made it seem like he was like, what just happened to me, you know, being near this experience has made me put things into perspective and, like, you know, what's important and everything.
Double meaning. We were
he
understanding
meant like what's really important to him,
like what he wants, because he says like, I don't know what I want and I'm not coming home until I find out. But he made it sound like
he knew what that sounded like. He had to know what that sounded like to her.
And she was in this very desperate place, like I want to make it better. I want to make it better. And he did.
And
he did use that.
Everything for her worked out perfectly because she was able to do the end of the season ball. Mm-hmm. Gladys is happily married. George is alive and well. Like everything is tied up in a sweet little bow. And then here comes George next day. Like no,
he let her have her. I wonder if he like let her have her night.
I really think it was a double meaning. I really do. I mean,
there's something to what Lucy is saying, like letting her have her night, because he did say
she was so happy.
He's like, that was for the purposes of the ball, because I know
it was for the looks.
It was for the looks.
She was so happy.
That's what she wanted. That's what she wanted.
And just that next day. But you know what else?
Too, for the business.
Yeah, both of them.
Another important little detail, though, that I think is, I don't know for sure, but I'm like, why would y'all have done a close-up on it? I'm always paying attention to stuff like that. In that next day scene where he, like, breaks her heart, like the last scene or whatever, before the scene actually starts, there's a close-up on the bottle of laudanum that he's taking.
Yes.
And I'm like, and why would y'all show us intentionally that bottle if that's not gonna come into play? And I'm like, I didn't know that an addiction.
Oh no,
because laudanum is like a type of opiate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is he?
And it was so common to be addictive back then.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know
because he's taking it for the pain, right?
Yeah.
And when you harken back to, they also kind of made a kind of a big deal when he was still lying on the table after Dr. Kirkland saved him, and the white doctor came in and was just like, "What have you given anything for pain?" And then he was like, he writes the prescription. And like they made a big deal of like, go fill this prescription right now.
Oh wow!
Because it's like they just pushed it on people.
Oh wow! I missed that whole thing.
Where like Kirkland was like, oh, the pain is like, it's good that he's feeling the pain because it knows that like
that means
he's alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like the combination of like the making a big deal of that prescription writing in that scene, and then the close up on the laudanum, I was like, are we prepping for an opioid addiction? And it made me feel like even in that scene, it caused like a flip in him.
He's not in his right mind.
Yes.
Oh.
And I was like, because it was very unlike.
It
was very
something I had thought about.
It was very unlike him to talk to Bertha like that, like to be cruel like that. We've seen him like be angry, of course, but to be cruel like that was new. And I'm like, in that bottle, and I was like, is that the laudanum talking or is this George talking? And then you just left right after. It was so uncharacteristic of you.
You're right. In
an under influence way.
Damn.
Yes, I'm buying that.
That's good stuff.
Yeah,
I love this
show.
With
the whole doctor thing, I thought it was just a doctor trying to one up Dr. Kirkland. Like, oh, you didn't prescribe him the pain medication.
But I did too initially.
But there was a focus on the pain.
This is good. This is really, really
I
good.
did too initially, Grace.
One of the people we haven't talked about is Mrs. Bruce and Mr. Is it Borden?
Yes.
Can I say Mrs. Bruce is my favorite character?
She's lovely.
She's so lovely.
Okay.
Yes.
I liked
Mrs.
knowing
Bruce
her
is
backstory this
I
year.
did too.
Yes.
It was really tragically, it was
touching.
Yeah,
Like,
tragically moving.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But her, like, her character's so subtle. Like, it's a behind the scenes, but she's so present. Like, she's so felt, and she's so smart and thoughtful. I love her character.
She's wonderful. And I love him.
Yeah.
He's so
He's kind of like that too.
Yeah, he is.
Just like even when he said like I love you, you know.
And she was like, I truly appreciate
it. And he knew that she couldn't say it back. And you saw it hurt, but also him be like, well, of course, you
and like how after she explained her situation, he was like, I admire you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You will not hear that from anybody this day and age.
No. Oh, no. No.
He went for it.
He did. He shot.
He was like, can you marry me, please?
He's like, I'm divorced. I'm ready for you.
Well, not even divorced. He's widowed.
Oh, that's right. Where did I get the
right.
divorce from?
I mean,
he was going to divorce her, but then she died.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't waste no time after she died.
He was so happy.
I noticed that. I was like, dang. He was like, moving on.
Yeah.
Which I've been wanting to do.
Yes.
But he does explain that because he says that like they had been separated so long and that
he liked the idea of her.
He liked the idea of her. They weren't how they were at first. Yeah. Doesn't she say, remember me how we were?
How we were. And I just find that, like, I just didn't see that coming.
No.
That was some information that really caught me off guard.
They held that card.
Yeah.
They did.
Because they like you said before, they have given so much exposition on these characters, but not hers.
Right.
Not hers.
Yeah, I hope, if y'all are listening, HBO, that they give more depth to the characters downstairs.
Me too.
Yeah.
I want to know more.
Yeah.
We got to see that a little bit with, what is his name? The guy who ended up being, he was wealthy and then he lost everything.
His daughter, right?
Yes.
Wait.
Oh,
last season.
Or whatever his name was.
The ball guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of them, I really like the friendship that is developed between Bannister and the
Church.
There was
really
so much
cute.
animosity before.
There was. And now they are just adorable to me.
And it worked out because Bannister was over there when George came in all shot and was like, oh, we got a doctor in our house right now.
Yep.
Perfect.
They organized together.
I was like, Bannister, what you doing over there? It's late at night.
Hanging out.
What you doing over there?
Little top off.
Oh, that's reminding me. One of the things we didn't talk about with Gladys was she was so desperate by what Bertha was doing to her that she went out alone at 2 a.m.
Scandalous.
That's so dangerous for her.
In Billy's house.
Yeah.
Of all people.
She ran away from
you
home.
ain't got no friends. But where's Caroline?
That's huge for a woman back then. Though.
Yeah,
a young woman, for a young woman of her status and reputation, her station.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
And I'm sure she probably just ran there. She wasn't getting a cab or something at that time of night.
Oh, I didn't even think
Somebody
about
could have
that.
kidnapped her, asked for a ransom.
That was a very risky thing.
It was.
Jack the Ripper.
It was.
But it's also like she was a kid.
Yeah.
Right.
It shows you just how young she is.
And
she was a kid.
Bertha brings that up. Bertha's she's 17 years old. She doesn't know
a kid.
what she doesn't know who she is.
All the more reason you shouldn't be forcing her into an arranged
Why are we
marriage.
even talking about marriage, period?
Exactly.
You know?
She skipped the whole debutante season and just went straight
for...
that's
another thing. She kept her really naive. She didn't have her come out
she
when
didn't
everybody
expose
else
her.
did.
Yeah.
Which I would have loved to have seen, the American version. I mean, it's probably not all that much different from what we see on Bridgerton, but how do they do it?
Because debutante balls were a thing.
Yeah,
they were a big thing.
Still a thing?
They were a thing in Black elite society.
Yeah.
Huge. And it has lasted. The AKAs still have the cotillion. I was in one.
Yeah.
I was in the AK. I was in the cotillion as a senior in high school. That was my coming out ball. I wore the big white poofy wedding dress. Lord, my mama got the pictures somewhere in the house.
My goodness, did you want to do it?
I did. I actually did. I was because I was a girly girl, and I did pageants at the time. him and everything, and I was like, oh, this will be really nice. And also I was like, this is the way to meet boys. So I was like, this will be fun. But looking back on it, I'm like, cringe. But it was, and then the Deltas do a debutante ball. So the AKs do the cotillion, the ATs the Deltas do the debutante ball. And so that there definitely was the American version of that. I don't know what the mainstream version would have been, but it definitely was huge in the.
I guess so.
Well, we're seeing it with This Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. It's still around now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Still
is that a show?
It's a show on Prime. It's what I call a teeny
on
bopper
Prime,
show. Yeah, Prime.
Yeah. Is it good?
Yeah. But that's true though, that Gladys didn't get exposed at all. Like it was just pressure to marry from the beginning.
Which probably makes another thing that adds to George being so angry.
Yeah.
And Larry. George and Larry
pushy.
being so angry.
I love Larry.
Pushed and pushed and pushed.
Larry loves his little sister.
I do too.
God,
Isn't that a great
film?
when he held
her, and he that was when he turned on his mother.
Wait, what? I totally missed it.
When Billy
when they went downstairs,
broke it off with her, right before the Duke came back, and she started crying, and he was holding her.
He said, "Our relationship is no longer practical." I was like, Billy, damn, you are not brave.
Billy was whack. I said, when he said that, I said, get out. Just get out and go. Just go.
He was proving it. He wasn't the right match.
Yeah,
he wasn't man enough.
He
wasn't
man enough. So in real life,
come on,
Consuela, she had her secret engagement, but she also had tons of people proposing to her.
Oh yeah.
I would imagine.
But Mama was the Duke.
Yes.
I would have liked to see the Duke have some actual competition.
Right.
I love Bridgerton.
So when the Duke shows up with his lawyer,
that was just so unromantic.
I was like,
but that just
she's something to be bought.
The Dollar Princess.
It
was a nod
it was
to the Dollar
money. And this was business.
What did you guys think of George's proposal where he was like, well, I'll give you what you want, but that money is actually going to go to Gladys for her allowance?
That I appreciate.
Yeah.
I thought that was really smart.
I think that is what happened.
That was smart.
I think that is what happened. Like he agreed. I think he agreed to give him $100,000, something like that, a year or something, and then $100,000 to her as well.
Yeah.
Whether they stay together or not, though.
Oh.
Well,
I was like, that's a terrible prenup. Or whatever that was. You get divorced and you still get money.
Oh, that's interesting.
But he gave the same amount to her.
Yeah. So when
that's
they got
the least
divorced,
that he could do, I suppose.
They had to change the law in the UK for them to get divorced. That's what took so long for them to get divorced.
What?
Because it was even more strict there than it was here. Here you had to say oh, this person is cheating on me.
Yeah.
But there you had to, it was you had to show they were cheating on you. You had to show that they abandoned you.
Wow.
I think some kind of abuse on top of that. It was very strict.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think about how different it is now with no fault divorce and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Thank goodness.
Can we get into Charles Payne?
I wrote Charles Payne can fuck all the way up.
How he show up at a party
with his side piece?
How does the disrespect in the home? How does he go from being? He seems fairly a nice husband.
I know.
The first 2 seasons.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
It came as a shock to me.
It did. Nowhere.
I was Aurora.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was Aurora.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was so happy that he was home.
They needed a divorce storyline, and they needed it to hit
thrown
home.
off.
They had to use somebody. They had to use somebody personal.
How awful.
Yeah.
I understand how it fits into the plot, but it was just.
It was so.
She's so nice. It was cruel. And he's like, "You're gonna see us all over town."
Yeah.
Don't make me say something unkind.
I was like,
your actions are unkind.
I hope you fall down the stairs and break your neck. Why
couldn't the marriage taken him out?
Should he have been shot?
Charles Payne. Yes.
I'm going to say a lot of unkind things.
Should be shot.
This is interesting. I wonder if, even though they got divorced, I wonder if him dying would make it so that she could come back into society.
Oh.
I wonder how
widowed?
that works. Yeah, because she wouldn't.
Would widowed be better than divorced?
I mean, definitely,
Yes.
but I wonder if they would consider her widowed, even though
Even
they
though
got
she was
divorced.
already
I don't think
divorced.
so.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
divorce is already set.
I'm
The
just-
other one would be
I'm
widowed.
just trying to
Right,
get
because
her.
the perception
Yeah.
was that you got divorced because you, as the woman, did something wrong.
Right. Although she
Either
said
way, it was you. It was your
Yeah,
fault.
because if
Yes.
he was cheating on you, then it was your
You
fault.
weren't doing.
you weren't
Yeah.
doing your
something
wifely
right.
duties.
Yeah.
My God. Speaking of that,
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
surprised he didn't use like we don't have any children against her.
But that wasn't a valid reason.
I know that.
But he
okay,
never
I know,
said.
I know.
He would just
No, no, no,
say,
no, no.
you know, don't make me tell you why, right? He never told her.
Oh my God. It was
to
giving
come
like
out
you
of
don't
nowhere.
satisfy me.
Mhm.
That's what it
Yeah.
was giving. Because it was so mean. I was like, you
But
just.
that's your problem. Like, why aren't you
Mm-hmm.
telling her what she needs to do? She doesn't know.
He was
She got
done.
thrown into this marriage without
Exactly.
any kind of
He was
like
done, right.
realization of
But
what's
then
going
her
on.
like luncheon with her cousins, where she's talking about it and sees that she won't even be invited to their like.
Yeah.
know.
That
That's
was
how bad it was.
heartbreaking.
But
But you know what I loved? I loved when like he goes, Aunt Agnes, can't you get her to be reasonable? And she's like, I'm not your Aunt Agnes anymore.
That's
And
right.
I'm like,
Right.
And his face though, like
Yes.
Exactly
Because
right.
he doesn't see that he's done anything wrong.
No.
no, of
It is
course
the woman's
not.
fault.
Mm-hmm.
He was such an
I'm like, you are
asshole.
what
Oh
an
my gosh.
utter
Is
asshole.
Yeah.
is.
And so Newport was just the place where people went to hide out, right?
Yeah. Well, because we saw
What is
people
that?
had more freedom there.
Right.
Like we
'Cause
saw
they're
that
away
with
from-
Larry
Larry
had
away
his
from-
older woman
Yeah.
Dahlia.
Yes.
Last
Was she
season-
widowed
last season
too?
or
Was
She
season
was
one?
widowed.
She was widowed.
Yeah.
She was widowed.
But it's
But
like
yeah,
she-
you had more freedom there.
Okay.
Now with
And
a
like I
younger
said
man.
in that book, the woman, she went to Newport as well.
Oh.
I was talking about.
When y'all just spoke about like kind of wifely duties or whatever, it just made me think of another scene that I found very interesting. The scene on the porch with Mrs. Kirkland, Peggy, Dr. Kirkland,
Yes.
and her mom.
Yes.
And cousin Athena might have been there too. I can't remember for sure or not. But it was they were talking about basically Peggy being a career woman. Like
Yes.
you know
they were
yes.
reflecting
Yeah,
on
yes.
her. Yeah.
and just kind of this like, you know, Felicia Rashad was so deliciously villainous. Oh my God. And she's like, you know, I got, you know, back in my day, women were content to, you know, be wives and mothers.
Yes.
And, you know, and Peggy's like, did I say I didn't want to be a wife and mom?
Yes.
Yeah, I like
Don't
that
get
she
me
brought
wrong.
Yes.
I like this. She goes,
Yeah.
Yes.
I would like to be a wife, a mom, and a writer.
Yeah.
And you know, and like and be a woman who is making this impact in the world.
Yes.
It doesn't like it was so interesting to hear in that time for this woman to be very clear and say that I want it all.
Love Peggy.
Yeah.
Love Peggy.
Back then.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yes.
just seeing it challenge, you know, Mrs. Kirkland's whole sense of
Yes.
what a woman. You could see she didn't really know what to do with it.
No, she couldn't process.
She couldn't
that.
process that.
Now, did you guys feel any kind of empathy towards her? Like, at one point I was like, am I being too, like, mean in my thoughts about Mrs. Kirkland? Like, I feel like we give a lot of grace to Bertha.
Oh, well.
Oh,
yes. Yes.
Because she
yes.
really did
She
think
is-
she was doing
yes.
what was
She's
right
the
for her
she
son.
is
Yeah.
the Bertha or the Mrs. Astor of,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Black Newport.
Of Black
yes.
Newport.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she really
is.
thought that she was doing all
Yeah.
of this to I did believe her after, you know, her husband read her for filth, and when she looked like kind of like, well, damn, and then she said to her son
Like
before
she
she
was
walked
shocked.
out, she was shocked, and she's like, I really do want what's best for you.
Yeah.
And you could see that it like what that is a throwback
I
to.
don't believe it.
While it doesn't excuse her behavior,
Right.
Yeah,
at
right.
all.
Right.
Yeah.
She was tripping. It also shows you that people of that ilk at that time, free people of color, they did kind of consider the way that they were being as a way of survival,
Yes.
as a means of survival.
Yes.
Like, I know that this might not sound pretty or look pretty or whatever, but this is how we ensure
Yes.
that we survive as a race and that we have some upward mobility.
Yes.
And I am trying to position you in the world so that you have it even better than I do.
But how different is it now, right? Because I know among Dominicans, it's the light skin thing, right? And you
yeah.
marry lighter, you marry lighter, and the idea, even how it was with hair, right? The straightening the hair, the idea, so you have it easier, and you can move up further.
Yes,
right?
that was very, very prominent in African American communities. I mean, that's kind of the whole reason, you know, the Madam C.J. Walker's empire became like it was, because she was, you know, I mean, she was definitely, you know, heralded for like hair health and actually products that were good for black hair, but it was also about straightening it, and how that was a huge symbol of upward mobility, because to wear your hair natural harkened back to slavery, you know what I mean, or was a symbolic that you didn't have enough station in life to be able to afford to straighten your hair. Respectability. Yeah.
Did we talk about the vote, right? The women
suffrage?
Yes, because what you were saying about when they were sitting down having these conversations, it happened again where they were talking about fighting to get the vote.
Right.
And she said the same thing. She was like, "Why don't we leave these things to the men?" Right?
Yeah.
And she's like, "You know, do you not feel like we shouldn't?" Yeah.
Isn't there somebody that isn't married and it's like, "What about me?"
Yep, that's her.
Yeah, there was like really good conversations around the vote, because also you had like in England where Mrs. Russell and Lady Sarah went back and forth too.
That's true.
Yes.
I forgot all about
that. I love that table conversation there.
I forgot all about
I love that. And Bertha's eyes with Gladys in that scene, that was good stuff.
Yeah.
That was really
I thought you were unwell or something. Gladys
well, that was when Gladys that was like perfect.
I was like,
and then Hector's like, well, you shouldn't have gotten up. She's the Duchess.
That's right.
I said, that's when I was like, now, Duke, you getting me on your side now. Yeah. You're finally getting me on your side.
I was so
You're standing up for your wife.
About him, and he really, like,
Hector.
He became
Thank God.
Hector. I love how she says his name.
Hector. Oh, Lady Sarah.
Those are quite the names.
Oh, Bertha.
She goes, Hector. Hector.
Oh my God.
Oh man. But those names, Gladys and Hector.
Gladys and Hector.
Those are two names right there.
Again, I just have to say like that.
Wow.
The proposal scene,
like at the end
when he they danced, and he it was so smooth. He he turned her in the dance and then went straight down to his knee, and I went. It was so graceful. I just got goosebumps. It was graceful. It was seamless.
She was not expecting.
And it was romance that
the poor guy she was dancing with.
I know, he just like moved.
He just all right. He said, I know what time it is. Let me just move on to the side. To see that romance with a black couple in a period piece that is not marred or marked by like strife and struggle and trauma and pain. But
there was a little pain there.
I mean, yes, there was pain, but not in the way that we're used to seeing it, right?
Yes.
It was almost as the whole scene was like the relationship was seamless. Yes. It had a little bump.
Yeah.
And then all I kept thinking about as I was watching it both times, everything is just so smooth, the dancing, and then all of a sudden she like falters. And it just like snaps us back into reality of like this romance, this beautiful relationship between these two women. I was crying.
Yeah. They have your healing.
Truly. And like you know,
she deserves this.
She deserves it, and she just looked like
Peggy went through a lot.
She looked like a princess in the scene, and just
that dress.
And it means something to see this dark-skinned black woman get this moment that we never see dark-skinned black women get. We've seen lighter-skinned black women get it. We have, but we haven't seen that. And I know that Sally Richardson Whitfield and Sonia Warfield know this. They knew what it would mean to us because it was directed in a way that they knew what it would mean to us. Oh my God! Because I was like,
I hate public proposals, and I wrote in my notes. I was like, I'm okay with this one.
This one was important.
I'm okay with this one.
This is acceptable. This is how it should always be.
And just like the faces in the room, like to see his dad beaming.
Well, okay, so this
and her dad,
her looking like she's about to throw up.
Her dad.
This is why I was like, she hasn't learned her lesson. She's still trying to. She's trying to get him.
She is herself. She was like,
like,
she's
what
never
is
going to
happening?
change.
Yeah, she was, and when
knows
he
how
went
to
down
drama.
to one knee, she looked like she was going to upchuck.
Yeah.
She knew very well.
You better
what was
get
going to
ready,
happen.
Mrs. Kirkland. You gonna have some
Oh, and
chocolate
I love when Mr. Scott comes back and he's like, Athena's like,
oh
yes,
she's
like, running
yes.
to
I
go
love
see
her.
what's
I
going on. She's great.
do.
Wasn't Cousin Athena
I
lovely
love
and
her.
different?
Yes.
Go Jessica.
Yes.
Go girl.
Yes.
Jessica Francis Dukes is her
She
name.
sure was.
Shout out,
What I
my
found
friend.
interesting is that Mrs. Kirkland didn't seem to have any issue with her, though, even though she's Peggy's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very interesting fact there.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, because it's not someone who's going to be quote unquote tainting her
family.
That's
bloodline.
why she's like,
So
oh,
there's enough of
she's
a
on the
disconnect.
periphery.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not necessarily somebody who's trying to come into my
Yeah.
family or who's going to taint the exactly my lineage.
Because I thought of that when they were in the dress house or the dress store, and I was
Yes.
like, okay,
Yeah.
so you're okay with her, but like Peggy's mom and Peggy, you're like, why you come into my ball?
Well, I would assume that she's known Cousin Athena for a while.
In
But I guess
Newport.
Cousin Athena
Yes.
has a different station.
She does. You could tell that
Yeah.
people know Cousin
Yes.
Athena in Newport. She is she's
She's a Mrs. Fish.
of
she's
the black
like that
community.
person.
Oh, that's a good
maybe.
one.
That might be a good comparison.
If you guys have time, look up Mrs. Fish in real life.
Oh, I will.
Apparently, she had some real wild parties, and she had a gay bestie that would help host them with her.
Yes.
We need to see
They
more
said
of
that, yes, that
Yeah.
the parties at her house
They
were
were-
subtle on the show.
Yes, super
Yeah,
subtle.
yeah.
Well, I was taken aback because in season 1 she has all the young kids
At
in
the doll
Newport.
party.
Yeah, and I was
There's
just
a
like,
side for the kids,
Yeah.
and there was a side for the adults.
Well, they even say that party
with Larry
was
and
for
Oscar.
Yeah, that was for her daughter.
Okay.
But she would have these like super wild parties for the adults.
Wow.
With that laugh, she always had a good time.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
But yeah, for a good fun time. Look her up.
Interesting.
They also did really good casting if you see pictures of her.
They
Okay.
did,
Yeah.
even with Consuelo
Yeah.
and Gladys,
Yeah.
right? Like they did find like close enough.
Yeah.
like,
Photos. I need
If
to
you see,
look.
there's paintings. So actually,
the big painting.
yeah. So
From the artist.
he's a
Oh,
real
yeah, the
guy.
unveiling of the portrait.
Yes.
And then she fiddled them pearls right off her neck. I said, oh,
That
poor
was
Gladys.
something.
Yeah.
That was
I
something.
felt so bad for her. I was like, no, Gladys don't want to do this.
Should I write his name down?
Oh, that is
Sergeant.
That is
Sergeant
right.
Yes.
Yes.
So he actually did paint like pictures of the family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are you showing the one with the kids?
Yeah. Oh, no,
No,
she showed
this
me.
one.
Oh wait, I need my reading glasses.
Like
Yeah,
her- from the
so-
side profile, she
She's
looks
really
like
good
her.
casting.
I didn't find it the exact portrait of her by herself, but there's portraits of like her and the Duke and their 2 kids together that he painted.
Oh.
She looks very childlike, like Gladys.
Yeah,
So
she does.
my
She had a very long neck, and they made fun of her in England for it.
Did they?
What?
I thought that
Yeah.
was like a people
beauty
like that, or a beauty thing, like a swan.
Yeah, I thought so too.
like swan-like.
But
or
you'll
something.
see she wears a lot of like shawls and stuff to kind of cover her neck.
Oh wow!
Interesting.
They were very mean to her.
Yikes.
Her arm looks really odd.
My mind still is on Cousin Athena being the Mrs. Fish of the black community. In
You
Newport.
gotta ask your friend. Are you the
I'm
Mrs.
gonna ask her.
Fish?
Are you the Mrs. Fish?
Of
Because she was
Newport.
very.
Wow.
She was tuned in. She kind of knew things
Mhm.
about
Yes.
the
She died
community.
in
And she was
1964.
encouraging
Oh, yeah,
Peggy,
she was
like,
all-
girl,
She
go
was like,
on that
"Girl,
date.
Go on that date. You bet. That's a doctor.
You better go
You
with
know
Dr.
that's a
Kush.
doctor,
She
right?
way outlived the Duke.
Oh, she died in 1964.
She
Oh,
did.
wow.
She lived a long
And
life.
she married,
She lived
she
a
remarried
long
a
life.
French guy.
That's
and
not
had
common.
like a very happy
not.
second marriage.
Good for her.
Okay. She got to
Wow.
experience love.
Yeah.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, so even though her marriage to Duke was bad, like, yeah, she married like a French aviator, I think he was, and they lived very happy.
That's lovely to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
Okay.
that. I like that.
Gladys.
You mentioned
yeah.
the dress shop.
Yes.
And I just want to hop back to that because that showdown between
That
It
was
was
a good
Felicia
amazing.
Rashad and Audra McDonald.
Yes.
It really was my favorite, besides the proposal.
Yes.
It was my favorite scene in the whole season. Because it just really, first of all, it was just these two giants going at each other. Like, the acting was like delicious. But also what was being said in the scene was like, this is a debate like on a much grander stage. We are used to this conversation in the Black community, but on this stage in this period was significant.
Yes.
And she basically was telling her, like, the part that really sent me was, you know, you've deluded yourself.
Yes.
Into thinking that you are something that, I don't know what it is, but like you are not better than anybody.
Yes.
But you think that you are, and that is like, it's almost like I feel sorry for you.
It was I feel sorry for you.
And I feel sorry for you. She was like, because and when she said, and what she said, it was like a mic drop moment. Then if he decides not to want to marry her, then he was never really worthy. If that's the reason why, he was never really worthy of my Peggy anyway.
Yes.
I said, you better drop that mom.
Yes. And I love that we get to see that too, that mom-daughter relationship. That's so beautiful.
Oh, and when she told her on the steps,
oh my gosh,
are
yes,
worthy.
And that's why I be mad at Papa.
That was amazing.
We are at this point. We are at this point because of her father. Yeah. You know, and I'm like, Peggy. That's why I cried at the end. I'm like,
yes,
girl.
Peggy.
And
she deserves
you know what?
her happy ending.
I thought they had broken up too. He was like, no, I thought they were on a break. I really did. I didn't think.
He said, I need to think about it.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
Maybe I thought that was code.
Of course she's gonna think.
Of course, she overreacted a little bit because he did just say,
"I need to walk.
I need to walk. Her and Marion are alike."
They both have been.
He said, "I need to walk and I need to think."
Yeah,
and that was not a breakup. That was not a it's over.
Yes,
they both should have had a little bit more faith in the people that they were choosing.
Yeah,
but like it's
talking about
understandable.
Peggy and Marion.
Yeah.
But
it's understandable.
Yeah. I mean,
they've been burned.
They've been burned.
Oh, that was sweet.
But like what you were saying with the how she was like, you're not better. It reminds me of we always like try to bring it back to the caste system and how like she's falling into that. Like
that is it. That is it.
She fell prey to the caste system, and
that is
so many of them in that time period did.
Yeah,
and it, you know, it was even kind of fostered by, you know, the Talented Tenth with W.E.B. Du Bois, you know, versus was it W.E.B. versus who was his? Oh, I'm blanking now. Booker T. Washington. Was it? It might have been Booker T. Because they had different philosophies about what it takes to lift the station of the Black community, and I think it was W.E. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington. But like that Talented Tenth thing, like, you know, there are pros and cons to that, but at the same time, do you want to continue to play into this caste system?
Yeah.
Because that is not necessary. You can't use the master's tools to tear down the master's house.
And that scene, that last episode where the two balls are happening at the same time was such a reflection of how the elite Black folks just emulated. Right? In every way. From the clothing. Yeah, the dancing was better. But it's from the clothing to the dancing. And they kept going back and forth. That felt intentional,
that
right?
was
like,
intentional.
It was like, here's this ball, here's this ball. It looks the same dresses. Maybe more colorful, right? Like there was some difference, there was some nuance, but it was the same.
Because assimilation
same stratification.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that just reminded me that in Newport, their clothing was very much like in the Black community. It was white, very soft colors,
lighter.
And then
pastels.
in the white community, it was like fall colors. Like you have your like
it was
deep, rich
red
and orange, and like they were moving
into
the fall, while the Black community was ending. Like we're still holding on to it. This is the end of the season, so let's represent the season.
It made me think of Labor Day weekend.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, we noticed that too when we were watching.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow.
Like they were way more whites and pastels, and the room felt lighter.
Yes.
Because you're trying to hearken into black joy, like you said, like you mentioned earlier. And like, you know, we're not in a rush to get to the fall. Let's enjoy the lightness of the summer. You know what I mean? Because like that, life is so tenuous. That like this is symbolic. Even the wearing of this is symbolic.
The lightness.
The light is symbolic. Also, it just looks really great on black skin.
That's true, right?
White and pastels. It just
they did so good with the
they
design.
Wanted to have they had to have something different because there was similarity between the two, like you said.
I just the balls were great.
We
saw them going back and forth. They were gorgeous, and then we saw like both of them were having like healing experiences where Peggy was getting her guy and her proposal. That her parents were like super happy and stuff, and people were seeing that joy. And then on the other ball, you had like Larry apologizing,
reconciliation.
You have like Charlotte and Aurora like being accepted into a ball.
Oh my God! And
Mrs. Astor
and her daughter in that moment, which really felt
that was a great scene.
Beautiful.
That was.
And I'm like, girl, why take all this for you to say that to your daughter? Like, we had to get all the way here. Because you never, that's all she wanted to hear from you, is that you mean more to her than all of this.
Like,
that's
your
all
daughter
she wants from you.
Shouldn't be saying, I always thought that if it was me or society, you would choose society. Like, that's so messed up.
That's messed up, ain't it?
And that whole society thing was made up. Right? This exclusive club where you can't be tainted in any way. Like, being divorced is a taint. Everything is a taint, right? Having sex is everything.
Well, it's all control.
Made up.
Because it goes back to, like, the caste system and stuff.
Yes, power.
Like, we saw that, too, with Jack and Adelaide, like, how she was so
Oh, I cannot
upset.
stand her.
She's out the door now.
You say a lady's maid then.
Yes.
Sorry, there was something we didn't cover.
The Jack scene? Were you
Mrs. Winterton.
Turner.
We talked about her like a little bit.
Well, just that, like,
the lavender marriage. We did.
Yes.
We just don't call her Mrs.
R.I.P. Josherton. R.I.P. Joshua.
I'm looking forward to that next season.
That's gonna be a mess. That's gonna be a mess.
But like they use caste and they use society constraints to try to control people.
Yes.
To the point that like you're so bent out of shape because someone that's in service got like what they deserve. Like they got like they did this amazing thing and they like got rewarded for it and you were so over tea? Like what are you talking about?
Over
you just blew up your chance to become a lady because of tea.
Yes,
crazy.
Exactly. And that to your point, like that's the part that there's so many parallels to this time in U.S. history now.
Yes, there is.
And
we're
then,
in the second Gilded Age.
Like we now, I was just reading up on it last week or 2 weeks ago, and that the 1% owns 35% of the wealth of this country, and that's like 40 people. It's not even 400 anymore. Like
it's a very small number. It's disgusting.
It is wild.
It's disgusting. And like the robber barons are now the tech dudes.
Yeah.
The tech bros.
Yes.
Because you can't have that extreme wealth and be ethical.
Cannot have that level of extreme wealth and be ethical.
You just said something that made me think.
That's a bar.
I would highlight that on the page.
I went there.
Yes.
That's a bar.
Yes.
That's a bar.
McAllister had his top 400. That was just in New York?
Yes. And those were just the 400 people that could fit in Mrs. Astor's ballroom. How many people went to this wedding in Italy? How big was the wedding? Who was there?
Talking about Jeff Bezos?
Yes.
Girl.
And it's going to be the same with the Swift-Kelsey wedding. Too.
Oh, yikes.
No Blake Lively.
This is gross.
Yeah, it is. We are seeing in real time another Gilded Age with the gross wealth inequality and the tech bros being the robber barons, and I hate how just history never learns from itself. We never learn from history because what came after the Gilded Age, the Great Depression.
Yes.
But yeah, it's true, and it looks like we might be going into that. But we're gonna end it with
Lord, knock on wood.
We're gonna end it with some positive.
Yes,
because
please.
Robert Reich, he's a former labor secretary, I think under Clinton, he was talking all about how we're in the second Gilded Age. And he mentioned,
I heard him. I heard his talk.
He mentioned that like one of the good things that came out of it was the progressive change that happened in the
consciousness of the working class.
Because of that, we went from one polar opposite to the other, where like you had things like the New Deal and Social Security,
union organizing,
and unions and things like that. So if it follows the same pattern, we're going to go into a more progressive age where like it will help a lot of people.
Let's hope for that.
Yes, that's how it became a working class. Like people identified as working class and felt like that was
proud to.
Yes, and
we're
fought
proud
for.
To.
Yeah. But let's hope that this time we learn from history.
Yes. So when we watch this kind of TV, y'all, pay attention to the messages there.
Art helps so much.
Like, yes, it really that's the point here.
It really does. Yeah. And I'm really excited for season 4. Oh my God!
What are we looking forward to in the last minute? What were we looking forward to?
I really want to see what goes on with Winterton and Oscar, and then I want to see Mrs. Kirkland put in her place.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready to see what is about to happen with. I want to see the wedding, the Kirkland Scott wedding.
Yes.
But then also all the chaos that I know Mrs. Kirkland is going to unleash. Leading up to it. And after.
Yes. I hope that all of that deepens us knowing more about the Scotts.
Yes, me too.
And their family.
We want more backstory.
And I also want to know what happens with Marion and Larry. Larry, come back, please.
I want to see the weddings.
Yes.
Oh, and George and Bertha. What is going on? What is going on?
Come on, George.
All right, well,
let us know what you thought of season 3 of The Gilded Age. We are on Instagram. Our handle is @GABbin Podcast, or you can email us. The Gmail is gabbinpodcast@gmail.com. And thanks for listening to GABbin. Go check us out on Instagram, like and follow us. Check out our other episodes. We are on all the major platforms where you can find your podcast. Feel free to buy us a coffee.
Please do. We need it.
Talk to you next week. Thanks for listening to GABbin.
GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin.